Hi there, welcome back to my views and news. Top Ethiopian military officers who are commanding the military operation against Fano of fighters in the Amhara region made some claims yesterday. Claims about the capabilities of Fano groups. Have Fano groups suffered serious losses? What did the two generals of the military say yesterday, and what is the real capability of Fano groups? Can we say that the military has successfully degraded the capabilities of Fano groups? Secondly, Somaliland more eager than Ethiopia perhaps to implement the MOU signed on the 1st of January. While Ethiopia is almost silent, Somaliland is busy. Its ministers, its technical committee members are holding meetings for the implementation of the MOU. Details for in this video. Firstly, viewers, the two generals of Ethiopian military spoke in the last few hours. They're in charge of military operation in different zones of the Amhara region against Fano fighters. Lieutenant General Berhano Bakele, who is head of Northwestern Command, spoke, and General Mohammed Sima spoke, who is head of Gujum Command post. The two said almost the same thing. By the way, today as well, Ethiopian military, top Ethiopian military officers, commanders were called to Bahirda regional capital, where General Mohammed Sima briefed the participants, and there again, the participant said that the operation was going as planned, and extremists, they use the word extremists for foreign fighters, extremists are being wiped out. The general who is head of Northwest Command, Berhano Bakale, claimed that because of this effective military operation against Fano fighters by the military, Fano groups have lost the capability of fighting an organized war. They're not in a position now to fight in an organized manner. Did not share details, but he only said that he implied as if Fano groups have been disbanded, dismantled. They have lost their organizational structure. That is why they're not able to carry out attacks in an organized, coordinated manner. What is the situation on the ground? Can we say Fano groups have suffered losses to their organizational capabilities in the last few weeks? Well, firstly, the intensity of fighting has decreased a little. I mean, I could not confirm large scale fighting in Gojum in the last few hours. Showa, a few reports of fighting. Wollo, largely peaceful. Waghimra, too, largely peaceful. The battlefront seem to be shifting towards Gondar. Last 48 hours developments indicate that North Gondar Fano groups are now organizing themselves, carrying out attacks against military. We have seen attacks both to the north and south of Gondar. And we saw fighting close to Bahir too in Gujum for the control of Tes Abe this week. But today, yesterday, no large scale fighting in Gujum, in Showa too, in most parts of Showa. Though we are receiving reports of ethnic tensions in Oromia Special Zone. But can we say that Fano's capabilities have been degraded? That is why no news of any major attack by Fano fighters in Gojum in Showa. Well, what is the measure of Fano's capabilities degradation? What type of losses have been suffered by Fano fighters so far? Obviously, they don't have any heavy weapons. They don't have drones. They don't have tanks, artillery pieces, etc. They don't have any specified installations. They don't have any military installations, any camps, etc. They're very mobile. They keep on changing their location. Manpower and command. These are two main assets, and public support. Manpower, command, public support. These are three main assets for Fano fighters. Can we say public support has declined for Fano fighters? No, no big change. Though General Tassima claimed yesterday, he said that military was trying to separate extremists from people. The military is very successful in this effort. People are now distancing themselves, or they are condemning Fano's activities, though it's military's claim. So first measure is the support for Fano. Any decline? I don't think any decline has happened. Secondly, what about manpower? Have Fano groups suffered any major losses to their manpower? They have suffered losses. Fano fighters died too. Yes, this is what happens. Military also suffering losses, but they are in a position to make up for these losses. They can easily recruit more fighters. Recruitments are not difficult for Fano fighters. Thirdly, any damage to their command structure, organization structure? No. Top Fano commanders still alive. No major losses suffered by the top tier of Fano commanders. Yes, this operation definitely has led to pressure upon Fano to some extent. But despite the military operation, Fano fighters could not be stopped from carrying out attacks. They entered Bahir Dar, they entered Shore Orbit, carried out several attacks in Gojam too. So there is nothing on the ground to claim that Fano groups have suffered immense losses and their ability to fight organized battles has been weakened. I don't agree with this claim of Ethiopian military. The nature of the resistance movement chosen by Fano fighters, or the path they have chosen, the strategy they have chosen, is that they'll activate, they'll retreat, they'll advance, they'll back down. That is how they ensure that their capabilities are intact. Military will have to go after them to forests, to mountains, to outskirts of towns, cities, to countryside, to crush them. Military will have to target top Fano tier. It has not happened so far. This is what I can say about military's claim. Secondly, viewers, while Ethiopia is rather silent about implementation of Pretoria deal, a lot is happening in Somaliland. I've been saying since the signing of this MOU that Somaliland would be more committed to the implementation than Ethiopia. Why? Because Somaliland is seeing a real chance of recognition for which it has been struggling for years through this MOU. That is why Somaliland has been implying a little that Ethiopia is dragging its feet in the implementation of the MOU. Somaliland foreign minister was sent to two countries last week. Dr. Isa Kaid visited UK and France. Obviously, the visit was linked to Somaliland's case for recognition. The case for recognition has gained international spotlight. Now it is under international spotlight because of Ethiopia's Somaliland MOU. Secondly, internally as well, Somaliland is trying to create consensus for the implementation of the MOU. Talks between government and opposition parties through technical committee. We know that Musibe Abdi, the president of Somaliland, formed a committee, technical committee, to finalize technical details of the MOU, which will be signed if the two parties agree with Ethiopia. The technical committee is led by Ambassador Bashe Omar. This technical committee has visited the areas where Ethiopian naval base is likely to be established. After visiting the coastal area, the technical committee members met with opposition parties leaders. Yesterday, reportedly, Bashe Omar, other technical committee members, they held meetings with two opposition party leaders. UCID, Wadani are two top opposition parties. And reportedly, Bashe Omar briefed the opposition leaders about the MOU. Opposition and Musa Abdi's government are at odds about the holding of election. Election already delayed. Musa Abdi is on extension. But here, when it comes to recognition, they are on one page. Because when the MOU was signed, Somaliland opposition parties, UCID and Wadani, backed the MOU because it had the hope of Somaliland organize the country. That's why UCID, Wadani, they backed the MOU, but they wanted the MOU to be discussed, to be approved by the parliament, which will be done, by the way. If the MOU turns into an agreement, it will put to vote at Somaliland's parliament. So maybe that is why before signing the agreement, most of this government is talking to opposition parties, to technical committee members, so that their views could also be taken on board. So while a lot is happening in Somaliland for implementation of the MOU, Ethiopia almost silent. We heard from Bloomberg a few days ago. Bloomberg claimed that Ethiopia was planning to withdraw from one clause of the MOU, and that is about recognition. We could not confirm that officially because Dr. Isa, Foreign Minister of Somaliland, said 2 days ago that if no recognition of Somaliland, then Ethiopia won't gain access to the sea. So Ethiopian silence is mysterious. Somaliland seems to be more than committed to the MOU. Thank you for watching.